talk all the time about... So 2 points I really wanted to make with this one is, one, we talk all the time about how if you, as an example, improve your hip mobility, but then you go back to the standing postures that created that tightness, even the very greatest exercises are going to be undone by your daily habits, by what you're doing during the day. And so it's really your daily habits that have to change for you to see the long-term outcome that you're after. And so the same sort of thing applies to your foot. If you can get into a good neutral foot position, but you don't function that way during the day, all of that time you spend during the day is way more than the time that you spend exercising, and you're going to undo your progress. So you have to change how you actually move. And the second point that I wanted to make is that I think we have a real tendency as a culture to think like, okay, I have flat feet and I'm stuck and this is just the way my foot is, or I have a high arch and I'm stuck and this is just the way my foot is. And I'd like to offer you the idea that your foot is not stuck, that yes, you did get genetic predispositions from your parents, but if you have a very flat foot, you are good at shock absorption and you can learn to be better at strength, at holding that arch so that you can get a stiffer foot to give you better propulsion. If you have a high arched foot, you are naturally good at creating a stiff foot for propulsion, but you don't get great shock absorption. But that doesn't keep you from learning to get better shock absorption, from creating better mobility and connecting the way that your foot moves with the way that your hip moves so that you can get better shock absorption. So I think this is one of those times where it might be worthwhile to share some of my story for those of you who haven't heard it. So when I was 4, I stuck my foot through the spokes of my dad's bicycle while he was pedaling it, and I sprained my ankle, and I went through a time where I was non-weight bearing, and then I had, very shortly after that, I started complaining to my parents that my feet hurt. So they took me to a podiatrist who gave me metal orthotics that I wore until I was 13 and started playing high school sports. And then I had a pair of rigid plastic orthotics until I got to physical therapy school, and I tried umpteen different custom-made orthotics. And to be honest, the best thing I ever did was to ditch all of my orthotics, to wear nothing in my shoe, to often not wear my shoe, and to learn how to control my own foot, and to make the connections in my brain between the way that my foot functions, the way that my hip, my pelvic floor, my core functions. Because for me personally, it all started with my foot.